All right, so at this point, you should have your entire math page done. So the entire front side should be filled out before you get to the back side, and then once the entire back side is done, now we're on to step 7. Okay, so now it says color the final picture that you have created. Remember that your project will be graded on me being able to see the endpoints, straight lines, creativity, and coloring. When done coloring, I would check your rubric to make sure you have completed everything and you think you will receive full credit. So this is that rubric. Okay. Remember, I'm going to be looking at your first side, and the first side is going to be 48 total points. If you look, there's 48 boxes. So it's 1 point, 1 point, 1 point, 1 point. So when I'm checking it, I'm going to be looking, is this in the correct spot? Is this in the correct spot? Do they have the correct name for this slope, positive, negative, 0, or undefined? Are they showing their work correctly, and did they get the correct slope? Okay, so 48 total points from chart 1. Chart 2 is the back side. Okay, again, this is going to be 24 points. There are 24 total boxes here, not including the line number. You don't get credit for the line number even though you have to put it in. Okay, remember these boxes are literally just bringing them from the other side. So those should be easy points. Then you have your work and then writing out your equation, sometimes simplifying if you need to for the equation. Okay, so that's where those points are coming from from chart 2. The rest of the points all come from your picture. Okay, I'm going to be looking for the neatness of lines. Did you use a straight edge to help you? Did you give me visible endpoints? Did you label your lines? Those are the things I want to see. So I can tell they used a straight edge. I can see all of the endpoints for the line, like line 6. I know it ends here and here for the endpoints. They've labeled it number 6. I can clearly see where all of my lines are that I need. Okay? Creativity. Did you put some effort into this? Okay? If yours is a more basic design, like their flamingo itself was more basic, so they added some extras into it. Neatness of coloring. Did you just slap it on in the last second to try to get it finished, or did you put some effort into trying to make it look nice? Did you use color into it to make it look nice? And you get 3 points just for turning these in correctly. Okay, and I'll go over more of that in a minute. Okay, so this is out of 100 points, so that means it's going to be 100% in there. Every single one of these points is 1%. You do not want to lose 3% just for turning this in incorrectly. Okay, so some important information for you to know is this is either going to be a quiz or a test grade. Okay, I usually base it off of whatever the class needs more, or sometimes what that individual needs more, whether it's going to help them more in a quiz or a test, depending on how you did on your quiz and your test for this chapter. Okay, you need to have all work in order to receive full credit. If you are not showing work for this, if you are not simplifying and things, I will be deducting points. If you write this in and skip down to what your B value is, or skip showing my step of subtracting 4 on both sides, I will be deducting points. Okay? When the project is completed, you will put the half-page rubric first. So you're going to put this one on top. Make sure your name is on it. Okay, so this one first. And then it says on top of the page with the chart on both sides. So this page will be in the middle. Again, make sure your name is on it. And then your colored drawing on the bottom. So once your picture is done, this one goes on the bottom. That is how you should be turning them in. Your name for this one should be on the back, okay? Don't put it on the front. You might put these out in the hallway. We want to make sure that if you don't want people to know who it belongs to, they won't know, okay? So it looks like this for turning it in. Make sure your name is on all of the pages, and make sure you're checking to see when this is due. I use these videos every year, so I don't have a date in here, okay? But be thinking about when this is due and if you're turning it in on time, because if it is a day late, every day late, I take off another letter grade. So 1 day late, the highest you can get is a 90%. It's 2 days late, the highest you can get is an 80%. You need to make sure these are in on time. Okay? If you have any questions, as always, you can ask and I'd be happy to help.